All right, we're gonna be building the seal coat tank. We're gonna start it today. We got all Justin asked a lot of questions back there. Gonna be helping and learning. I think this is a 550 gallon tank, so we're starting from scratch on it. So we're gonna get it in the shop, and I guess we're gonna cut a hole in the top of it to get in it. Then we're gonna install the shaft in the center of it, build paddles on the inside of it to stir up the seal coat. All kinds of fun shit, man. All right, so let's I guess I'll just pick it up with the excavator. I'll bring the bucket in and tie it around that.
All right.
And around the bucket.
Just use that bootstrap, or you want to grab a team?
You like that new nickname, buddy?
What?
Justin. That's like your Indian name. Justin asks a lot of questions.
Justin asks a lot of questions?
Yeah.
I can live with it.
Okay. I can think of worse nicknames. That's all right. You're learning, man.
Yeah.
You're learning.
Listen, closed mouths don't get fed. Listen.
I know. I know.
Spin it. Want me to spin it, Stan? You're good. Blocks? Huh?
Yeah, just to hold it up straight. All right, I saved this metal from when I bought that gate. You guys remember that job where I installed that gate? It came on this, so I kept this. We're gonna make the base out of this. I bought some 1-inch round steel bar for the inside, for the paddles. And we're gonna make the paddles out of this. What came in that? Oh, the mixer, concrete mixer. Yeah. So let's get this steel cut up. Do you know how to use torches?
What?
Do you know how to use torches?
I do not think you can show me. I don't know how.
Oh, you want a lesson?
Yeah.
You want a free lesson?
Sure. I'll take it.
Free?
Unless you want to charge.
Let's get something to prop it up.
Prop that up.
Yeah,
One of those
like
blocks?
one of those jack stands.
An actual Jackson?
Yeah, yeah. Get it up off the ground. You can use glasses if you want. I don't, just because I'm slightly retarded.
Slightly retarded.
Yeah. You probably should.
What kind of glasses?
Just some glass, because
Plastic? You said?
like safety glasses? Yeah, there's or some shaded glasses. There's probably some shaded ones somewhere. That would say in the toolbox would be my guess. I don't ever use them, so. No, the torch is all about getting it set up right. This is acetylene, oxygen. Turn your acetylene on, and then you kind of adjust your oxygen so you get nice.
What do you consider nice?
Depends on what you're cutting. Like this is really thin steel, so you don't have to have that big of a flame at the end. That's oh yeah. And this is what you use to blow the steel away once you get it hot. Once you start cutting.
Should I put that jack down on the spot?
So you get like an edge nice and hot. And then you just you push this a little bit and it'll blow material away. So you gotta adjust her as you're going. Now you've got to control with your thumb how hard you push on this. I can't remember what they call it. There's a technical name for this. Because you push too hard, it blows too much oxygen out, and then it cools the steel, and then it gets cut. You know what I'm saying? You want to just push it just enough to where it's keeping a pull of red hot steel. You just want to get as close as you can without going into that tubing, because you want this to be solid. We'll do this on all of them, and then we'll flip it over. have them stand up or laying down? Doesn't really matter. I look better with standing up. Alright, so that's 16 inches in the front. That's enough for a pump. Filter. Hose will be the bigger. Do a good job, Justin.
I think usually everything I do for most.
You're getting a grade on this.
Alright.
A grade. Better write the fuck day down.
Hey, is it?
You better write this day down. I made a mistake. Fuck yeah. Fuck.
What, they don't fit?
Oh no, I told you the wrong size.
Dude, that's 2 mistakes right there, man. I know better.
I don't know, but it didn't catch fire when I cut that open. I thought that same thing. Like, man, I'm glad that wasn't gas.
So you the thing and the sparks will follow the light.
should run, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Just gonna sit around. Alright, so we got the center pole installed. Now this pole will be what's, I don't know if you can see it on there, there it is. There'll be paddles hooked to that to stir up the seal coat in here. The front one's hooked up. Got it all bolted in. And a little rubber gasket back here with some silicone. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna cut a keyway in this with a grinder for this. Here's the keyway. I bought these at the Family Farm and Home. So there'll be one here, and then there'll be one. This is the hydraulic motor I got for it. Be one here, so we'll have to make a mount to hold this. See, this way when you use these, oh crap, these, you have one on here and you'll have one on the motor. The motor will spin that shaft, but they're not attached. Right, there's a little bit of play in there. If I was to attach these two and then try to mount this out here somewhere, something would probably eventually fatigue and break if I didn't have these two perfectly lined up with each other. But when I use these, I'm gonna grab another one, I'll show you. It doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. They can be off a little bit, like up and down. See what I'm saying? And it'll still touch and turn. I mean, we're gonna try to get them lined up the best we can, but these are the way to go. So that's what's next here. We're gonna get the hydraulic motor hooked up to this, and then have this. I don't know if I told you guys, I have this 5 horsepower engine sitting around forever. It's got spark and compression, so I'm sure I can make it run. I don't even know if it runs, but I'm sure I can make her run. And that is gonna turn probably this pump right here. We're also gonna hook this pump up the same way with the same couplings to that engine. So that engine will be sitting here. I think I have everything I need except for the lines, and we need a hydraulic tank, so I gotta look for one around here. Or I'm gonna have to buy one, find one on buy sell trade, but I'm sure I could find something around here to use. All right, let's get back to work. Well, she fired right up and ran. A little miss to it. Probably carburetor needs clean, but that's gonna work. All right, there's where we're at. Probably lots of music in this video, huh? Let's get the pump mounted to the motor. I think we should go just mount this pump straight. I don't know, this pump is pretty heavy. I was thinking about mounting this, like making a bracket coming off of here, but this pump's pretty heavy. I don't know if I should put that much weight on that side of that block, maybe. Or should I just weld something else down here to hold this? All right, let's get this pump mounted. This side's good. I'm gonna do the other side. Ugh. Get as close as we can. Now here's the handle we're going to use. Really, it'll just be probably in, out, or in. One or the other. Fluid will come in and out one way. When you start the engine, there'll be no resistance. But as soon as you work this handle, it'll send hydraulic pressure. Say if you push forward, it'll be this one. If you pull backwards, it'll be this one. But we'll only need one. And the hydraulic pressure will go from this one to the motor and run the motor. That's it. So we're probably going to install this somehow. Where should we put it? Question. Should we make them out here? I'm thinking so. Yeah, but then it'd be tough to get a line out the back there. Be like here. Alright, figure something out. Maybe here. And then we'll need a hydraulic tank. Or hydraulic fluid, probably put it over here. Alright, it is the 4th of July. I'm gonna get cleaned up and go watch some fireworks, man. See you tomorrow.
Trying to make my daydreams real. They don't take place in the ones chasing her feet. She treated me nice and I like to find her deep. But I would even never just can't remember her name.
I loved it.
You probably remember hearing that one.
Listen, I was telling him you've come a long way since the old barracks room days.
There's a hunter out there on the table, getting me through the night. And I do cheese and honky tonk queen to hold me tight.
You on? Alright. The only hydraulic tanks I could find are like big ones, 20 gallons. So I had this old air compressor laying around. We're gonna make that our hydraulic tank. And yeah, so we're gonna get to cutting that. I bought this, it's a vented cap. We'll just weld this to the top of it so we can fill it. We can draw fluid out the bottom here, and we'll just need to add a return in the top of it, so we'll flip it upside down. You'll see. All right, so need to get that tank installed, this installed, control, and then we can plumb it and try it. It's gonna be like that. I wish I could snap my fingers, it'd be done. All right, let's go. Turn on some music, huh?
I'm not avoiding you, I'm waiting. I'm not so good at confrontation. I'm not afraid to say I'm shaking. Wish I could start a conversation, oh yeah. You don't know how lucky you accidents happen, and it breaks my heart. I never thought I'd tell myself it's time I should start acting my age. I know I've done some silly things, I've made a few mistakes on the way, but I've never been on CNN, I've never had to cover my face. I wanna make it up to you, I just gotta start acting my age. My age. I'm not exactly what you wanted, I always took your love for granted. Pull me over, check for damage, and drive away like it's a challenge, oh yeah. I know accidents happen and I played my part. I never thought I'd tell myself it's time I should start acting my age. I know I've done some silly things, I've made a few mistakes on the way, but I've never been on CNN, I've never had to cover my face. I wanna make it up to you, I just gotta start acting my age. My age. You don't know how lucky you are, you don't know what's coming next, you don't know how lucky you are. I know accidents happen, and it breaks my heart. Never thought I'd tell myself it's time I should start acting my age. I know I've done some silly things, I've made a few mistakes on the way, but I've never been on CNN, I've never had to cover my face. I wanna make it up to you, I just gotta start acting my age. My age.
Gonna need the shop back. Shit, it's at my house. Alright, this is where we're at. what a cluster. Just so I could have an automatic agitator. So this is gonna be the hydraulic tank. Line will come out of the hydraulic tank into the filter, hydraulic filter. From the filter we'll go down into the pump. The pump will pump the fluid into the valve here. And then when you hit the valve, it'll spin this little motor. When you're not hitting the valve, it'll just return into the tank, and then this will return into the tank. There it is. So we got it roughed in pretty much. We got the fun part of figuring out all the hoses now, the sizes. I think I have enough hose that I've saved to come from here to here, from here to here, and here to here. So then I just need from here to return, here to here, here to here. And I think we'll just cap the one end of this because one is forward, one is reverse. We only need one direction, which I'll probably set something up so I can just make that stay on when I want it to stay on. So we really just need one of these to go in one side of the pump or the motor here, out, return into the tank. This one return into the tank for when you're not using the lever, and cap one of those. That's it. That's it. I say that's it. Like this wasn't a complicated little. Yeah, old air tank. We're just gonna weld this in here. I gotta get the shop vac. There's just a ton of stuff down inside there. Weld that in there and weld. Where's the other part? I don't know where it went. Where did it go? Hold on. Anyways, there's another part we're gonna weld in there. And then this will go on top. That'll be fill. We're gonna fill it. The return's gonna come in here. All right, get her all plumbed up, and then me and Justin will probably tear it apart tomorrow. Paint it. I got so many people that want me to seal coat. I've got to get this finished. And then got to build some paddles for the inside, which is fairly straightforward. This was the complicated part right here. And we still got to do, I mean, for the front, I still need an air compressor, because we're going to build with that pump a system in the front that's going to pump the sealant. It'll pump it down a hose, so we can just kind of drag it out along the driveway and pump the sealant to different places. But for now, I'm gonna pop just a 2-inch piece of pipe out the front, and we'll have to fill buckets just to get it going until I can get the rest of this going, which won't be too long, a week or so, but I got to get this going like now. So, all right, let's get clean up some of this mess for one. Start plumbing this thing in. Well, there's the new seal. You need that.
You just sign it.
Oh, so you said it. Come back with how many? 8.
Said 5, but I
8.
can never take a check 8.
8, yeah. I mean, maybe he'll do cash and check, and you know. All right. How do I? Pop that up, reverse it. I'll be happy if this works. You know what I'm saying? Got Justin over here making noise. Quick update. So, I'm gonna fire this up and show you guys in a minute, but I got this motor 1-for-1 on this with the paddles in there now. Now, it spins them way too fast and stalls out the motor, and I'll show you. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to gear it. We have to move this motor over. Move this motor over. Put a gear on this motor and a gear on this shaft to reduce them. They're like a 10-speed. Like right now, it's like starting off at 10th gear, which is working the engine really hard, and it spins the little blades in there really fast. Let's see if I can show you guys. Way too much. You see how fast his arms are spinning? And I couldn't even squeeze that thing full speed. So we're gonna have to cut this off, move it, get these on there. I went to Family Farm and Home, and we're gonna have to go like this. Reduce the gear ratio. Not happy, but you know, is what it is. The only thing that sucks is hydraulic lines might not work now. But so let's get these welded on, get that cut off, moved, get these on, and we'll figure out the hydraulic lines and try it again, because that is not going to work.
trust to give, but you're not mine to die for anymore, so I must live. Born of a bottle from heaven's hand, and now you know, and here I when they love you and they will, tell them all they're loving my shadow, and if they try to slow you down, tell them all to go to hell. When they love you and they will, tell them all they're loving my shadow, and if they try to slow you down, tell them all to go to hell. When they love me and they will, I'll tell them all they're loving your shadow, and if they try to slow me down, I'll tell them all to go to hell. When they love me and they will, I'll tell them all they're loving your shadow, and if they try to slow me down, I'll tell them all to go to hell.
All right, it is a chilly day here in Ohio. Winter's coming. All right, I got to shoot an end to this video. A lot has happened with this tank since I built it. I didn't videotape all of it, so I'm just going to talk about it real quick with you guys. First thing we got is this air compressor, which just works amazing. And then we installed this diaphragm pump up here. Oh, I'm about to launch a couple videos where we've used this thing, and I've made a couple of changes along the way. When I first installed this diaphragm pump, this is a 1-inch, by the way. A lot of guys are using like 1.5 inch, 2-inch. This 1-inch has worked fine for me. I don't know, maybe in the future we'll upgrade to 1.5 inch, but I've sprayed with this and it's sprayed fine. I do have this, it's like a surge. I have this pipe on here. I had a big tank on there. Let me show you real quick. And the big tanks work great, but let me show you. The material was really thin on it, and I had like a pipe welded in there, and it just busted off. So that worked great. And what that does is this diaphragm pump like pumps and then pauses, pumps and pauses, pumps and pauses. Well, when you're spraying, like the spray would do the same thing. It would spray then pause, spray then pause. Not like really bad. So that's why you add this, to try to take that away. Now that one worked great, but it broke off. And that's why all of this is covered right in the middle of a job on me. And then I had to end up plugging this to finish the job. But I added this and it helps, but it hasn't taken it away completely. So I think I need to add a bigger pipe here. I think this is 2-inch pipe. What else have we done? So it comes out of the pump. It's an air pump, right? That's why we have the air compressor. Hook air to it, comes out of the pump. Now I added this valve here with this pipe, so it draws the seal coat from the front of the tank and pumps it to the back of the tank. That's one way that I'm agitating, because you have to agitate the seal coat. I'll open the door and show you here in a minute, because it is water based. So if it sits for a couple days, it starts to separate. The water will move to the top and then the heavier stuff sinks to the bottom. So you got to agitate it up. So one way I can do it is open, and that also, this helps me relieve pressure on this hose when we're done for the day. You don't want to leave pressure in this. One of my guys did and then accidentally hit that and sprayed me one day. So open this up, relieves pressure back in the tank, also circulates it. In the beginning, we just had a pipe coming out of here, and we tried to bucket our first driveway, and this stuff was way too thick. It's actually, where I buy it from, it comes concentrate, and you have to mix it with water and mix it all together. So in the beginning, it was kind of hard knowing how much to add to it. We didn't want to thin it down too much. We wanted it just right. So we kind of got that figured out, but it really will not come out this tank unless you're pumping it out. So you got to have the pump on it. I've seen people who do on YouTube bucket it out, but they must thin it down like really thin. And to me, you're just taking away from the customer when you do that. I'll have to put a link in the description to these two. There's a company that sells these with this little rubber. I think you've seen me installing that with this rubber on here that seals these up, so nothing has leaked out of those, which they've worked great. Let's see. I built this little lid here and put this little splash guard in here. It's worked pretty good. Yeah, you can see. I don't know if you can see. I can tell. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on the camera, but the top layer there, probably about ½ inch of it, is just like pure water. So, and it has sat. I did. Let me think about it. It's Monday. Saturday I did 3 driveways, so it's only sat, 2 days, and it started to separate. So you got to keep mixing it up. Let's talk about the agitator back here, which it took me a minute to get working, and I think this is probably what I should talk about the most. This 5 horsepower motor is enough once I got the right pump on here. Or I should say the motor. That's the pump. That's the motor. And then you see that motor pump is leaking. In the video, you see me taking this pump apart because you can reverse direction from flow going that way to this way, which that's what I needed to do. The flow was going that way. I needed it to go this way, and I jacked the seal up in the front of that. So I just need to order a new seal for that. But the first motor I had just found on Buy Sell Trade, and I didn't realize how many different speeds and torques there are on these motors. So I ended up finding this motor, and I'll put it in the description. It's like 150 RPM motor, like 3,000 foot-pounds of torque or something like that. This motor it works amazing. I had gone through where I had left the other motor on and put a huge like 96 tooth wheel over here, and I've tried all kinds of combinations to get this to work right, but this seems to work the best. I think this is like a 48 tooth, and that's probably like a 12, and this is a 150 RPM motor, and I'll fire it up here in a minute. If anything, it actually might move too slow when I fill the tanks up and add the water to it. And I gotta, when I fill it with the concentrate, I gotta let it run for a good 15 minutes before it stirs up, which I guess that's probably normal. So yeah, there's that. And this little valve, I can't remember what this was off. I think it was a log splitter. Works pretty good. That's off, and then when we want to agitate it, we just put that on and let it run for about 15 minutes. And there you go. There's the air tank that I converted into storage tank for the hydraulic fluid. And I guess let's fire it up and let you see it run for a minute. Oh, actually, it might be out of fuel. Get rid of, let's see if we got some fuel. Got all kinds of surprises for you. We got a new service truck. It's in the shop. I'm making a video for you guys on that. We have outgrown the F350 here, and I'm actually on my way today. Well, let's put this where you guys can see, to buy another truck. So I just bought a truck to replace this F350. Big truck, big service truck. And now I'm buying a truck to put this tank on. I'm going to build a truck. It's going to hold this tank and like spray a paint gun, paint system, crack sealing system. So we're going to go pick that up today. I'm going to make a video for you guys on that too. All right, let's fire this up. almost moving too slow now. Like I almost don't even need the gears anymore. Like that motor has so much torque and it moves so slow. I almost could put that motor, like I did in the beginning, straight, hook it straight up to it. Maybe we'll do that. If I do that, I'll let you guys know. But it moves pretty slow, so it takes a minute to mix up. All right, so what else? I need all kinds of things. I got to build something to store these in that has water to keep them wet. See, these are dried out. Last job I did, I didn't have anything to put them in, so they dry out. If you just take the pressure washer and pressure wash those, it cleans them back up. So I need a tank for those. There's more work, lots more work. Oh, another thing is we don't have a filter system on this yet. And you'll see in one of the videos I'm spraying that I'm about to launch on Facebook or YouTube. The tip keeps getting clogged on my wand for spraying. Like you can pump this out and broom it out on driveways or spray. The driveways I've just been brooming it out. It seems to come out a lot nicer, but big parking lots you gotta spray them. But I don't have a filter on, so that's one of the next things we're gonna do is add a filter. Because like no matter what you do, the stuff will harden up inside the tank and you'll get little chunks of it, and it don't take much to clog that tip up. I just tried to spray a 1,000-foot driveway last week and it kept clogging up, so I just had to broom it, which sucked. But all right, so there's the tank we're going to buy a truck for today. This is going to go up on a truck, and we're going to add lots more to it. I'll probably, before we paint this, hook that straight up and see how it works. Little adjustments with the paddles inside so they don't rub the top of the tank there. Add the filter. Install this on a truck, because Shane, my guy Shane, he's a good worker. Calling you out, Shane. He can't back a trailer, so he does. I went out Saturday, did 3 driveways myself because he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to take this truck to 750, back it up. We really need like a truck dedicated just to seal coating anyways. There's a lot of seal coat work out there. All right, I'm gonna end this video. I think that was a lot. I think I covered everything. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.